The OnePlus 60, it starts at 38,000 rupees for the 6GB RAM variant, while the V15 Pro, it starts at 29,000 for the 6GB model that it has. The two devices are 11,000 rupees apart. So, is the OnePlus 60 really worth it? I pretty much have the answer in my head, but let me take you one by one so I can better prove my opinion. Both the devices come with Android 9 Pie. Both have large AMOLED displays with FHD Plus screen resolution. The biggest difference lies in the performance bit, where the 60 is housing a much more powerful Snapdragon 845, while the V15 Pro is powered by a 675. Both support dual SIM functionality, but the V15 Pro also allows for storage expansion. Both the phones have the same 3700 mAh battery, and both come with fast charging. From a design and build point of view, both phones feel premium to me, but the OnePlus maybe, it feels slightly more superior to me. But quite honestly, once you place your case covers, does it really matter? Also, the phones are equally thick and equally heavy, and in hand, they also feel ergonomically very similar. And let's also talk about color options. The V15 Pro, it comes in two flashy colors, the topaz blue and the ruby red, while the OnePlus 60 comes in a flashy black, a matte black, and a thunder purple, which is mostly out of stock. So if you like a bit more color and funk, the V15 Pro, it's probably got that, but hey, you can never go wrong with black either. Also, the V15 Pro is all display, not even a drop-off notch, unlike the OnePlus 60, which does have a teardrop notch at the top. And that means that the V15 Pro tucks its camera inside the body, and it comes up only when it's required. So it really saves you all that space on the display, and you get a pure edge-to-edge display experience. And now let's jump into the OS, which again is a major point of difference. The OnePlus has always been about the stock Google Android experience. The Oxygen OS on top of Android 9 Pie keeps the essence of Android in place. It's still got its own tweaks, customizations, and personalization preferences, in addition to being super fluid, fast, and seamless. The V15 Pro, on the other hand, comes with Fun Touch OS, which is on top of Android 9. And that is quite different from the stock Android experience. I'm not saying it's good or bad, some people do prefer the Fun Touch OS and they're really happy with it. But I just find the stock Android experience faster and just more seamless. The Fun Touch OS does lack that finesse that I do find in the Oxygen OS, which is very close to the stock Android experience. But that's just my opinion of it. Fun Touch OS still offers a buttload of features, customization options, and utility that's not already built into stock Android. And that's just always a good thing to have on a phone for people who really do want to explore and do more things with their phone. Again, Oxygen OS has its own perks, and so does the Fun Touch OS, just about personal preference. Coming down to performance, and this is where OnePlus has always been a proud winner and still is. It rocks one of the most powerful processors, the Snapdragon 845 octa-core processor, and with the optimization that OnePlus brings with its Oxygen OS, it's unbeatable at this price point. The performance benchmark scores here clearly tell you the difference between the two phones. You will definitely find the 60 to be snappier in overall use and launching and closing of apps. But whether it's playing HD games or HD videos or even recording 4K video, you would not notice a huge difference. Definitely the V15 Pro is not as smooth when playing HD games, especially the Asphalt 9. But I did play PUBG, I did play Modern Combat 5, the online gaming with multiplayers. All of that was actually extremely smooth. So it was just the Asphalt 9, but I did face a bit of sluggishness on the VIVO V15 Pro, whereas of course the OnePlus 60 was absolutely a joy. So what kind of performance difference would you really see? Well, let's just say the speed with which your games will load, it will be a lot faster on the 60 than the V15 Pro. But once it loads, the experience is almost the same. Of course, the 60 does offer an extra boost, but it's not that bad on the V15 Pro either. And finally, let's talk about the camera. The specs are right here in front of you, but let me just save you guys the time. I think the V15 Pro cameras as well as the front camera are almost at par, and in fact at times better than the OnePlus 60. So here are some samples that I took using both the phones, mostly in daylight, and I think the HDR capabilities of the OnePlus 60 are a lot better than the V15 Pro. As you can clearly see, the contrast is just amazing. But when it comes to indoor photography, even some in outdoors, the V15 Pro images are actually brighter and the 60 are dull. And even when it comes to bokeh photography, the OnePlus 60 had a hard time focusing on objects that were too far, while the V15 Pro could do it very easily with its portrait effect. And I haven't taken any selfies yet, but hands down, the V15 Pro will kill it. Additionally, the V15 Pro features the ultra-wide lens that the OnePlus 60 does not have, and I think that's also pretty impressive. I mean, the fact I can go from this to this, I think it's just pretty cool to have this. And if shooting videos is important to you, then I think this part is pretty critical for you to know. The V15 Pro can shoot 4K videos, but only at 30 FPS, while it can shoot 1080p videos and 720p videos at 60 FPS. So you do get ultra smooth videos, but only in 1080p quality, not in 4K quality. Also, it does not have OIS. While the OnePlus 60, it can shoot up to 4K in 60 FPS. So you do get ultra smooth 4K videos, and it has optical image stabilization. So it does come with OIS. You would definitely have more stable videos. So to conclude this, if you're someone who is really hungry for power, require a phone that's just blazing fast and it should keep up with, your performance needs, OnePlus 60 hands down. But if you're looking for a better camera, much better selfies, just an overall more stylish phone with, a motorized camera popping up, it's just gotta be the V15 Pro. Plus it does everything else like, HD gaming, HD video playback, all of that with super ease. It's just not as fast and as snappy, but still quite breezy. Plus it allows you to expand storage using microSD card, and it's a notchless display. So if I was to get the most value out of my money, I would suggest the V15 Pro as a much better value package than the OnePlus 60.